last session was a while ago, and a bunch of stuff happened. So why don't we start? Why kind of like the last time, recapping, trying to recap a little bit of what happened last time. So, for example, I remember that Peter went into the forest with Naomi, and he didn't.
That was at the beginning of the session, yeah. That after that, I woke my darker self, and and like hunted Naomi. It's like, and she didn't survive that hunting.
She didn't make it.
I sucked her really. Like, I couldn't allow myself to stop, and then she got thrown out of the cliff to be eaten.
To be eaten by the ref, which Dagny and Alastor went with to the forest as well. I think Dagny had something in mind, but I don't think it turned out quite like she was expecting. So I think so the ref got all weird, starting to eat the corpse of Naomi, and that was a thing that happened. And then you attack him, right?
He got Dagny hockey sticked him very thoroughly.
Yeah.
But he also, that's because he hurt Alastor very badly.
Did he?
Oh yeah, he did harm.
I think there was something.
I don't remember being harmed, to be honest. I remember. No, wait.
Remember, we had you check the little boxes or on your sheet, and there was some debate about where the triangles were. And so
no, he did.
I think it was too harm.
Yeah. I have forgotten about that. In my mind, he was like totally innocent, except for the eating the corpse.
Okay, totally innocent.
Totally innocent, except eating the corpse.
Try not to use those words in connection with the Rev ever.
She was already dead. Like, it's not that bad. Anyway, yes, he got kicked in the head, and he was really close. Like, you were going to kill him.
I thought I did.
No, because Alastor got in the way.
No, I was going to eat him. I was going to eat him, and Alastor got in the way and rescued me from my darker self, or helped me resist. I didn't succumb, actually.
Yeah.
And then we had sex, and then and exchanged important sex move interactions. And then I got
so romantic hunger. When you say like that.
I know.
What?
And then my question, I said that I wanted the new hunger of wanting to be normal, and I still am not sure whether that's what we want. Do you want me to take a more monstrous hunger, like one on the sheet, or do you want me to stick with that? That just seems. I'm not sure. I want a GM call on that one. And then, before you do that, Oleg, then Peter went on for more adventures on campus.
Yeah. Because Jessica, the vampire lady from the city, appeared.
Yeah, she caught me.
Yeah. But you reach some kind of deal to get rid of this threat together, which you don't know about is Alastor.
No, he does know, because then he went and hung out with the witch.
Yeah.
And she did a whole ritual, and that, in fact, we spent a lot of time on that. We did a huge ritual where she actually identified Alastor.
Yeah, that's how it ended. Actually, I departed from her room, and I was a little bit how you call it? Pushed down there by what I saw.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean,
you
I know.
were in the session.
We're all traumatized, and Ihel's mildly entertained.
Yeah.
yeah, and you also had these visions of something in a forest or something like that. Yeah, some very weird, trippy, dark
Mhm.
visions.
Yeah. It was a tree that was bleeding, I believe, and then there was this noise that something was making. Like, I don't remember if it was like grudging or like. Yeah,
I wasn't
it
sure if
was
that was
just.
content or whether Angel was just doing a beatnik poem. So at that point, so
You cannot tell that I'm doing my work.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think yeah, and also yeah, this whole thing with what's her name, Sarah, which turned out to be some kind of witch or like
Mhm.
good, like
No,
white.
I thought we know she's a witch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like good witch or like
Yeah, like
how do they call it? White witch, like white magic.
What? She's calling Alastor the enemy. How is that white magic? She's got to go.
She's alternative white magic.
no,
Actually,
she actually didn't. She actually said that this Alastor is like lost or like he needs help.
yeah,
Is
she's
that
all
right?
about.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's
she's
different
all
then.
about trying to help this spirit, like find peace and all of that.
So, well, yeah, but that means he would die, and that's not right.
I mean,
I don't want
he's
him at
already
peace. I
dead.
want him with me.
Yeah. So yeah, I
Yeah, but
think those
you
are.
don't always get what you want.
So yeah, those are the big highlights. But I do
Maybe the
want to say that the ref is like it's one of those things we didn't saw the body, so and you didn't finish him off. So
Okay. No, I wasn't objecting. I'm okay with whatever you say. Oh, that looks good, Oleg.
Yeah, I used another camera.
oh nice.
Can I ask something?
Sure.
In my notes, I have that Sarah transforms in something really beautiful.
Yes, this was in kind of in the vision or in this through this magical ritual. They were transported to this realm of like magical realm that was like a forest, and in this place, her the way she appeared then was like a version of herself, but like more like yeah, like more beautiful or more full of life.
But does this mean that Piotr has a kind of liking for her?
I don't think maybe we didn't establish that. He did get out of his darker self when he confronted this thing. But when he saw all of this magical realm and what this girl was able to do, he was like, okay, yeah.
For once, nobody's in his or her darker self.
Oh yeah.
Briefly.
Huh. Okay, we'll have to fix that. So yeah, about what you said, Ron, about your new addiction, your new hunger. I'm not sure I could make it work as a GM, but I think Alastor could make it work. I see that Alastor could be the one who is pulling you in that direction.
But Alastor said we couldn't be. I asked him if it was possible, if we could just wear our school clothes and go to our classes and just be boyfriend and girlfriend at the school and just do our very best just to be ordinary people. And he said no.
It was not to you.
It wasn't a refusal. You were saying it wasn't possible. I get that.
Yes.
I get that. Yeah.
In that case, could you imagine how would that hunger look as being destructive? Like, how would that hunger be destructive?
I agree. The problem is that I would say the hunger is not destructive, but then I would be assuming that it didn't work, and so it's too indirect. It's not direct enough. So I might just go with what's in the book, and it seems a little simplistic, but it works. I mean, it makes sense, which is for chaos. I mean, she was already. I mean, she can't be if it can't be normal, then it's not. Then okay, that's what's going to happen.
Not only thrill, but also mayhem. Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, she likes thrills right now. I mean, that's what she's hungry for thrills now.
Mm-hmm.
To be hungry for both thrills and chaos makes for a.
Yeah, and it's interesting because thrills is kind of more internal. It's something like you experience.
Right. Chaos is something you do out there. Right.
Yes.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can go with that. And if you don't like it and it doesn't work, like
no,
we can figure something out.
Yeah.
Conditions. Any conditions?
No, I believe not.
I'm still ostracized.
Ostracized. Yeah. Okay.
The headmaster is enthralled or hypnotized or
no, headmaster was dominated.
Dominated. Right. Yeah. Patricia Collins, that's her name. Okay. And are you clear on what the strings each of you have? Like, it's no.
I thought we would review our strings. Alastor spent one of the ones that he has on me, so I think Alastor has one string on me left.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need to go through all of them again. It's just to make sure that you have them in mind.
Are you sure? I mean, might be a good idea to know. I mean, Alastor still has 3 on Petter that he's never used.
Yeah, I have to.
I will abuse you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh well, believe me, we're gonna need that when we put a stake through his chest. We're gonna need to find ways to knock down his dice rolls. Notice I'm speaking as if I'm your partner in this, and you're gonna do what I want. But bearing in mind that 3 strings on somebody is a severe advantage when it comes to confrontation.
So yeah, let's go quickly. Just what each one of you have on other people. Let's not go like. So for example, you, Ron, what strings do you have?
I think my only string is 1 on Alastor.
Okay, sure. Alastor, what strings do you have?
I believe I have 1 on Dagne and 1 on 3 on Piotr. I have the impression that I have something on side characters, but it's just an impression.
Yeah. Well, you had an interaction with Naomi.
You had one with Naomi, but I think that one is
probably canceled. Probably no longer.
Yeah. Unless it becomes a ghost, and maybe.
I mean, if you, could be.
Just what we need around here.
Yeah, another ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be a thing if the ref didn't eat her soul, which could be a thing. Honestly, I would not be surprised. And you, Peter?
I have 1 on Dagny and 1 on Alastor, and also 1 on Headmaster Patricia.
Which you will probably need because there's going to be this big thing with an student has disappeared. So yeah, that'll probably come handy. Okay, I think that when we left last time, we said that Sarah, that you were going to wait a bit to kind of Sarah was going to wait until night or something like that before going to search for this spirit, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I went out, I think, a little bit shaken by the things that happened. Yeah, I think I was not going to wait for her, but now that everything comes to my mind, like what happened during the recent hours, I think I just stopped like at the like I don't know like under the tree or something, and like put one hand on it and like breathe heavily for and maybe even like throw up, throw out like vomit,
What did you vomit? Did you vomit blood?
What else?
yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably that. I feel sick. I'm
Excellent.
like
You've joined the vomit club of the player characters. That's two of us.
Right. Yeah. Um, so I think you hear someone approaching you, and someone says to you, "Are you okay? Are you sick?"
so I just slowly turn my head. Who is this?
This is Shiva.
Ah,
The Shiva.
Shiva.
Shiva Solomon.
Shiva. Yeah. Okay.
V.
Shiva. This is Shiva. He's by your side. Apparently, he has just got out of class, and he approaches you, and he looks a little bit worried. Like, are you okay? Do you need to go to the the doctor?
No, like no, I'm not too well. I might be sick. Can you leave me?
That looks
think-
like a lot of blood. I think, yeah, and he takes you. He does this thing of putting your arm around his shoulders to kind of carry you, and he's like, "Yeah, let's go to the."
No, I cannot go now. I need to do something first.
But
Can you
are you
just
sure?
just leave me? I really don't need help. It's and I like at the middle of I like throw up again. Like
Oh, yeah,
no.
right. That's going to convince him.
Listen up.
I'm like covering my mouth and like
Look,
trying to wipe.
it's going to be okay. Whatever you have taken, I'm sure
right.
they'll understand. We'll tell them that you have food poisoning or something like that. Don't worry about it. Like, just
Does it look like food poison?
Shiva is just such a decent person. You know?
You
look.
I don't want to make trouble to you. Just leave me.
Well, it's no trouble at all. And if I won't. So
Look,
let's go.
look,
I'm not going
look,
to hear anything more about this. You are coming with me, and we are going to get you to the doctor.
look. I don't want to. I don't want any doctors. They cannot help me.
So what do you need then?
I took something that I wouldn't like to share with doctor. The information.
Look, I have some.
Can you just? Can I go? Just I need some rest. Just I need to go somewhere that I can rest.
I think you are shutting him down.
Seems like the only choice.
Yeah, because he's very.
Man,
I mean,
you spend your
he
life
has-
like shutting down Shiva when he's being decent to you.
he has seen you puke blood in the middle of a school. He's really keen on getting you to a doctor
Helping.
because he thinks you're dying.
I know, but I'm not, and I don't want to have anything like. Okay, yeah, let's go.
So
Just roll with it.
roll plus cold.
Ooh,
Ooh.
what's my call? Ooh, it's not good. It's 5.
Oh, 5. Okay.
Get him, Angel. Get him.
So I think I think Shiva, is I think at this point Shiva has reached the conclusion that you have taken something really, really bad, and that you are trying to deny it, like that you're probably in a lot of danger. So, so he's like, "Look, I don't want to do this, but if you don't come with me, I'm going to have to tell the teachers about this, just because I'm worried about you. If you just come with me, I'm sure we can figure out. But if not, I'm going to have to tell this to someone."
You can't. What do you want from me? Just what do I need to? Just leave me alone. Like what? How to convince you?
If you won't come to a doctor with me, at least let me help you. I don't know. We figure out something. We come to my room. We'll figure something out.
Okay, like just don't tell anyone. I do like whatever you want. Just like I just glimpse like straight into his eyes. Like let's just go.
You have my word. And yeah, he does this enough. He takes you.
Yeah.
He puts your arm around his shoulders, and he's going to carry you to his room.
Okay.
It should be interesting. In the meantime,
Yeah.
what are Dagny and Alastor doing? Are they coming? Are they going back to school?
I imagine we must.
The
question is whether we come back together or not. That's an interesting question. More up to Alastor than to me, I think.
For me, the goal was to leave that place. No destination. Yeah, but the idea is that if we are together, it's fine. If we are not together, I will definitely go to school. So,
I mean, it's supposed to be like out of kind of in like you'll probably end up coming back to school just like because there's not much else to do, and also you don't know what happened to the ref. His body, I think I said this the last time. His body disappeared while you were doing your thing.
Mr. We suspect Bob got him.
Who was Bob?
Bob's the resurrected guy. The guy they resurrected.
Yeah. Okay, I have forgotten about that. So that was his name. Cool.
Well, you kept telling us that somebody kept lurking after us without us being able to.
Yeah, that was Bob, yes. Right. Okay, yeah, so you go back to school. And I think how long you have been out? Like a few hours, right?
Right.
And you see a little bit of unrest in the school. Like you see like a few teachers and the kind of the people who work at the school going around looking for something or for someone. Maybe it seems that they have noticed that a few students were missing.
What appears?
Like they have noticed that a few students were missing.
Okay.
And in fact, one of the headmaster, Miss what was her name? Miss Collins. She's going around and she sees both of you. Yeah, so the headmaster is looking around and she sees you both, and she's like, she immediately walks to you. She says, "Where were you?"
I will act distraught and frightened and talk all about how there was a scary man in the woods and I got lost and, I'm not quite sure if I'm safe and help me.
Okay, so yeah, you're doing the whole. Oh, I'm so helpless.
Well, it's exactly what she wants, right?
Yeah,
That's
and
her
she's like,
impression of everything, and so who am I to disappoint them?
yeah, she's like, okay, yeah, come with me to the infirmary. We'll talk. But you can't tell me everything there.
Right.
But before that, have you seen by any chance Naomi? Naomi, we don't really have. That's Naomi.
No,
Have you seen
no,
Naomi?
no.
I think she's back in the woods.
So you have seen her. What
I don't
happened to
know.
that?
I
Do
was
you know?
confused.
Uh,
Where are you?
she's like she calls from a few guys, and she's like she points into the woods so they go looking for her, and she takes both of you to the infirmary. And the way that she's like, you have to tell me everything that happened. You said.
Is there any way for me to avoid this? To not join?
I mean, how would you do that? She has seen you, I think, but you're a ghost. Maybe you can like disappear or something.
This is my darkest self, right? My dark side to disappear.
No, not necessarily.
Mhm.
Not necessarily.
No.
You can run away.
Okay. Yes, I wish to run away.
So it's more, how are you going to do that?
Okay. Let's see my options.
No, yes.
No. Just describe how you're doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I stay still, looking down, like, and this is too passive. Okay. I look into her eyes, not saying it, but meaning that I will not move from here.
Oh, because you have autism, yeah?
I mean, in that case, you are not really running away. You are more like confronting her.
Yes, in a way.
I mean, remember that you are it's hard to talk when. You are a ghost. Can you silence?
Wait.
Yeah, you are a ghost. You tell me how you disappear into the middle of thin air, or you fly out of here. Like this, if it makes sense to us, you can do it probably.
What we're saying is that this isn't a problem or a puzzle you have to solve.
Yeah.
Just if you want to not go to the infirmary, just be ghostly and not go.
Or I think you want to be like, you want to use the thing that you're this character that have its own like ways, and like you kind of like enclosed character. Yeah, like you have these quirks that people might understand that you shouldn't be touched or something because you might be not like it or something like that.
I would appreciate if the headmaster already knew my character and could understand that, not even understand, like know that I wouldn't just follow. Not because I'm independent, just because I wouldn't. What I want to do is I understand that Dagny needs to go somewhere, and I want to stay there waiting for Dagny, even though I will not say that to Dagny. But
So you just don't want to move an inch.
yes.
Um,
I'm not going.
I think you have.
Okay, I understand that it doesn't work like that, so I will come,
No.
but I will
Just,
be very.
can you silence? I'm thinking about it. You kind of have this thing of people don't really notice you if you don't want. So if you tell me that the headmaster suddenly forgets about you, I can see that happening. Like you have this kind of ability, and we have kind of talked about this before.
Yeah. It wouldn't be fair to say she doesn't notice me. She notices me, and she knows that she doesn't need to take me with her because I wouldn't be cooperating anyway.
That's the thing. Sid will not care about that.
But why?
I don't know.
Just
Would you ask
tell.
a blind guy to tell you, did you see the murderer?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes, I would.
Well,
Okay. Yeah, this is part of Patricia's character. So if Patricia would still ask me, knowing that I wouldn't be very cooperative, I will go.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
That's
willing to
what she
drag
did.
you there.
Okay, so I am being dragged.
So you are both being dragged to the infirmary then.
I'll go. Oh, terrible. And I get the idea that basically two people who are helping Patricia just get him by the arms and just kind of pick him up and
Pretty
walk
much.
to the infirmary. It's not like he's doing anything, but
I mean, since the headmaster, you see that's your personality or feelings. Yeah, she has to answer for you.
yeah.
So she is going to take you to infirmary.
Okay.
So yeah, once there, she's going to try to interrogate you and see what happened. Like she's going to say, "Okay, you said that there was a person there, that you saw someone there. Do you know who's that?"
Okay, so this is me talking to the headmaster.
Both of you, yeah.
Okay. Oh, kind of a good question. What sort of chaos can I sow here? I think I could use a little chaos.
I mean,
So
you right now you could implicate basically anyone.
I know.
See that?
I'm going to traumatically describe everything about Naomi's body being eaten as you so graphically described to us, Angel. But the person I'm going to describe perfectly matches the headmaster, Patricia.
And of
And
course,
I won't
like
say I saw you. I'll just describe, they looked like this, they looked like this, they looked like this, and every detail is from Patricia.
Sure. And of course, right now she's not alone with you, like
Right, exactly. So all these other people are probably looking at her.
like the doctor,
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
So
there.
I'm causing trouble.
Yeah, I see that. And I think the headmaster is not going to just stand there and take this, and she's like, "Miss,
Well, I didn't say it was you, it was you, it was you. I'm just describing somebody.
Yeah, but she says, Miss, what are you implying here?"
Well, this may take a roll, but at this point, I am just too upset to continue.
Those accusations are very serious. And if this is some kind of joke to you, I'm afraid I'll have to take actions. So if you're lying, you better start telling the truth now.
I roll on health.
I don't know. What are you doing? Are you shutting her down?
No,
Are
I think
you-
I'm not. I think what I'm doing is trying to. I'm. It's not running away. What are the different options? There's lash out physically, run away, shut someone down. What else?
Keep your cool.
Yeah, I'm keeping my cool.
I mean, the
The
thing
point is, I mean,
uh,
I'm acting all distraught and crying and everything like that, but I'm really keeping my cool because I'm not. Otherwise, I'll take her threats seriously.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, in this game, there's no manipulate or
No,
lie.
I know
no.
that. I know that. I'm not trying to make her believe
Yeah, yeah.
anything or whatever. I'm just trying to
So
stay with it without being
Yeah.
intimidated by her.
sure. And the thing is, she's an adult and she's the headmaster.
Oh, yeah, she's not going
Uh,
to. I understand she's not going to give. I just don't
Yeah.
want to be intimidated enough by her that I would.
Break your cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. So roll with cold.
Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I have cold 1 and volatile 2. So
Experience. I forgot.
Oh yeah. Mark that.
damn. Unfortunately, I sort of succeed.
Uh-huh.
With a adding 1, I get a 7.
Okay. I mean, this is pretty. You can do this, and you can go. You can follow on this and keep your story. But if you do, the headmaster is going to be after your ass. Like she's going to settle in on you, and you're going to be her target. Like this brat is trying to destroy my life. But yeah, like the other adults are not going to be like, oh yes, let's take it to the jail. But they're going to be like, okay, maybe there's something going on here that we should be concerned about.
Perfect. Chaos.
Yeah.
Hooray!
So she's eventually like shut you down, but not before you are like everyone here.
Yeah, but I
hears
never
your story.
changed my story. Yeah.
Yeah, no, everyone here is like glancing at the
Perfect.
headmaster and like whispering like what was he said? That, do you think? And
Ooh.
and the headmaster says, I think we have heard enough. You can consider yourself
Suspended, is that the word you want?
no, where they where's the punish, like when they punish you by like
detention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you need some time in detention. We'll talk about that. And in the meantime, we'll think if we need to take any further actions.
Okay.
So yeah, she's going to put you in detention. She's now after you.
Excellent. Now, there is a move called satiety. Oh, I have 2 strings on Alistair, not just 1. I think I don't know if I used 1 yet or not. Okay, so I'm just looking at. I am just looking at different documents and making sure that I've got rules and stuff ready. So never mind me. I know I look kind of funny right now. I look like I'm like staring all over the place. It's just because I'm looking stuff up. So
sure.
Give me just a moment.
So Alastor, it seems like Dagny caught all the attention, and you have been kind of left off the hook for now. but they're taking that away from you.
I don't care that they take Dagny, but I care to say that it was the priest.
Aha.
Oh.
So they are taking Dagny away, and in that moment, like you speak and you say it was the priest, and everyone like stops, and you see the headmaster slowly turning around to look at you, and her face is like white, like all the blood in her face like run out, and she's like, "What did you say?"
It was the priest in the forest.
And you can hear several people like swallowing, like, I mean, you seem to be very traumatized now. I think you may be confused. And she's like, she has started sweating. She's trying to dismiss you, like, yeah, you are confused, you don't know what you're talking
My
about.
hands are like next to me, and I'm doing like that, but not to punch. Like I say, it was the priest.
Your hands? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I am very nervous.
I mean, I think you are shutting her down. Like she's trying to shut you down, and you're like, "No, bitch, no, like this is what happened."
Right.
Like,
right.
So I think you're.
Go ahead.
Yeah, she's like trying to defuse the situation, and you're like, "No, this is what happened," and you are not letting it go. So I think you're shutting her down. This will go many ways. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's worse. If you
Well,
fail
that's
or
why
if you don't.
I'm going to claim that I have definitely helped cause chaos. And
Yeah,
in that case, I get to mark experience.
sure.
That gives me 5.
Oh, nice. So yeah, pick your poison
I'm
for the
thinking.
next move. In the meantime, Alastor, roll 2 6-sided dice.
Ten, 4, and 6.
Oh god.
Wow.
I'm like suddenly I'm worried for the headmaster.
She got beaten.
Yeah. So you can choose one from the list. You can gain a strain on her. You can put a condition on her, or you may take +1 to your next roll.
I am interested in putting a condition, but I don't remember or I don't know how it works.
She already have one condition though.
Yeah, she was dominated.
She gonna catch them.
So conditions.
I mean,
there's no list.
Yeah. Conditions
you
are
just,
like
you come up with the right word for the effect that you've had on her.
Yeah. For example, she's already dominated, so you could probably could have taken advantage of that. And in this case, like expose or targeted could be good, because right now I think accusing her was bad, but I think accusing the priest is even worse for her.
Right, for
Like,
her. I would there is a word in English that's a little bit technical legally. And it's a really weird word. You guys probably know it, but it's in jeopardy
yeah.
Mhm.
is the
Oh yeah.
that
Her
that
whole
seems like the right,
operation.
because there's all
Yeah.
it's legal, it's social, it's like totally at risk.
Yeah, and it's not only that she is this is that the whole operation that they have going on here, whatever that is
Whatever
in
it is.
jeopardy.
It's in jeopardy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that's okay, Alastor?
I was thinking that she can be dependent on me, but
I mean, it has to be something that you and other people can take advantage of.
yes. Yeah. I thought that the way you said it's that priest is accused. I thought that she's in danger,
Oh yeah, that's what in jeopardy mean.
and I thought that being dependent on me means that she needs me.
In that case, I think taking a string on her will make sense. Is that if that's what you want?
String will be then.
But you have two choices, so you can do both. Actually, no, you have no. Sorry,
just one.
I have two choices.
Yeah. That's damn vampires.
Thank you for reminding us all that. So yeah, you have a string on the headmaster now. And I think yes, it's depending on you, because if you continue going with this story, she's probably going to lose her head in not in a figurative way.
Okay.
So I think, yeah, basically, she's going to try to defuse this whole situation. She's like, you know what? I think you can go for now. Like, you are all both good to go. I'll talk with you later. She's trying to get you out of here as quick as possible. She's like, yeah, you can go now. I think you're fine. We'll talk with you later. You seem fine. You
Matter of fact, I will then stand up calmly, brush myself a little bit, and say, "Oh yes, I'm fine. I feel much better. Thank you," and walk out.
And as you, I imagine, Alastor does the same.
Yes, I walk away from the same way that I came in. I mean, not the same door, necessarily the same door, but I mean going back to the place they dragged me.
You're gonna go sit. You wanted to sit there. You're gonna sit there. Right.
Okay, yeah. And as you both walk out of there, you see as you're leaving how everyone, or almost everyone in the room, turns to look at the headmaster like, what are we with this look? What are we going to do now? Yeah, like things are looking pretty bad for them. In the meantime, Peter. Oh, where's my Shiva? She's taking you to his room.
Yeah.
Well, you are in his room already, and you see that he has like this. He has like the trophies or the pictures from the basketball team, some basketball. Yeah. And his school staff, picture from his family, some like things from his home, from his country and that kind of stuff. His room is pretty tidy. It's pretty tidy up for a student, but not like in too in obsessive way. He's like he when you get here, he sits you down on the bed, and he's like, okay, now you need to tell me what was that you took. I'm not going to tell anyone. I just need to know so we know what to do.
I'm sitting like on a bed, and like my hands are a little bit shaky. I just squeeze them a few times, and it's a poison. I shouldn't be taking that.
Poison? Like
Poison.
a drug or an actual poison?
Was exactly what you saw. It was a poison for me.
I mean,
damn, it's got to call like suicide watch. I mean,
yeah. I think
I shouldn't hear.
And I think he starts to pick up on a little bit on what is going on, just a little bit. And he's like, look, whatever it was you did, I'm sure we'll figure it out. It cannot be that bad.
Well, why? Why do you want to help me? Well, you just should mind your own. You don't have your own problems. Like I'm still like looking at my hands, not looking at him at all.
I mean, yeah, I have my own problems, but you seem to me to need help, and since I cannot solve mine, I don't know. Maybe I can solve yours or help you.
You should focus on yours. Maybe they will be solvable then.
I mean,
not just go around in the night.
Look, the way I
What
see
you were doing there anyway at night?
At night?
Yeah, I think it was night. I don't know.
No, it was just in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay, so like okay, so it doesn't matter.
Sure.
And, so yeah.
Look, the way I see it, sometimes people need help, and it's okay to need help. So you don't have to be ashamed of that. So look, whatever it is, you can tell me.
No, well, you wouldn't understand.
Try me.
And I look at myself, and I have like a blood from what I stand up, and I said like I need to wash myself.
She points at the door of the washroom.
It's not in the same. Is it like outside, like for everyone, or like?
I mean, if there is going to be anyone in this place that has her own like washroom, is him. He has the money and like.
Well,
yeah.
he has the transgender status. They probably
yeah. So
like,
she probably has one here. Like yeah, you can go wash yourself.
Okay. I'm just going to this like bathroom here. I look, I just it takes some water, wash my hands, my face, and I look into the mirror, and I just I punch it with both hands, like cannot look into myself.
I mean,
probably.
If you punch the mirror, you're pretty fucking strong. It's a mirror, so you probably break it and you make some noise.
For sure, yeah. I break it like it was like a strong punch. Like I would want to hit myself, in this probably maybe one hand,
And you do like you punch the mirror and it breaks in 1,000 pieces with your image, split into. It's split into millions, into many pieces, and you hear Shiva like knocking on the door, saying, "Are you okay there? What was that?" And if you don't
I look at the shards there.
if you
And
don't
I
answer,
think-
he opens the door.
Yeah, I closed it. I closed it with like a not like a lock. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do really. Like in the car to do. So I just take a piece of glass, like the maybe that's pointing, and I stab myself into the heart.
Shit. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I think it's right now it's really fragile. I have really fragile mind.
I mean, you do it. Like, there's nothing to stop you there.
Mhm.
Well, and this is kind of a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have this kind of vampire instincts that will stop you, or at least make it difficult for you to do this? These animal instincts. It's okay if you say no and you're like, yeah, stop myself.
Maybe if it would be, I would think about it long. Maybe that would take, but I think I did it like, I take it and like I stop myself like really quickly and like without thinking about that.
Fuck it. You do it. Like, you do it, you stab yourself, and immediately like blood bursts out of your chest. Like dark red blood coagulated. And like, do you actually like go for your heart? Will this actually kill you?
I want to punish myself for what I did.
Would this kill you?
I think it would be. I would go with this. That I'm going into like. It doesn't kill me, but it just. I just cannot. I die. Like I look like I'm dead, but I'm not dead. When I stab myself into the heart, like I just like. But I'm of course. If you remove it, maybe I will slowly get back to life. But until I'm stabbed, I'm dead. I seems dead. Dead.
So yeah, I think you take 2 harm.
Well,
like
somebody was looking forward to seeing you get a stake through your heart when they were posting about it online. I didn't think they expected you to do it yourself.
Yeah.
You ask, I deliver.
yeah, seriously.
And I think like we see you like go down.
It's go like the vision is going darker, like narrowing.
And before it goes completely dark, we start like kind of as if we were underwater, like this kind of brown noises of Shiva,
breaking the door.
Yeah, like hitting the door and like opening it by force, and like look like we see him looking at you, like screaming like you, like Peter, what are you doing? Like, Peter, shit. And like
yeah, and I just like murmuring, I did that, and like feel I did that, and like I'm past.
Yeah, everything goes black. Jesus Christ.
I know. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, my character basically did that because that's what he wanted to avoid.
Yeah,
going.
I see that. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was great. So I think we are going to leave you there for now. This kind of like, if there was a TV show, this will be the pause for commercials where we try to do like a kind of cliffhanger, but a really lame cliffhanger.
Yeah. Okay.
And we go back to, and we are like, some time is going to pass. You, Dagny and Alastor, you got out of this situation. The school is still going a little bit crazy with everyone searching for Naomi. So where are you going to go?
I'm going back. I am going back to the place that we first arrived,
Mm-hmm.
where everybody was like worried about Naomi.
Sure. By now, the sun is going down in the skies. There's like kind of the last red lights are shining. It's very close to tonight now. Like at this point, people are taking lanterns and preparing to do like a search in the forest. So yeah, you are kind of on your own now again.
And the trouble is that the changing of the hunger kind of really changes up the character for me. It's almost like a huge shift, and I'm not sure if I'm feeling it, as much as I'm not used to it yet.
Mhm.
So, all right, though. So the next thing, I've satisfied my hunger for chaos. And I think I've had quite a bit of mayhem today already. Okay. I was really trying to think about what to do with the experience point, or with the experience.
Mhm.
There's a nice option, and then there is just a crazy option. And the trouble with the crazy option is that it just creates more crazy. It doesn't go anywhere. And I want Dagny to change from these experiences. Yes, she has a hunger for chaos. She has a hunger for mayhem. But what she's going to get is the ghoul move, Watchful Golem.
Hmm.
And so what she's going to do is separate herself from Alastor.
Mhm.
And she's going to observe him from far away, or as much as she can without being close to him. But yeah, so I'm going to take Watchful Golem as my new move, and I'm going to start using it.
Remind me what it does.
It's kind of a let me read this out loud. When you defend someone without them ever knowing about it, mark experience.
Hmm. Cool.
So
I see that.
yeah.
Okay, so
I'm kind of interested. Better idea. I'm going to the chapel.
yeah, you are. Of course, you are.
I'm going to the chapel, and I'm going to go sit up front. And I'm going to make myself comfortable up there, not in the front seat. I mean, like up front. And I'm going to make myself comfortable there.
Yeah. So.
And I'm going to wait for whoever shows up.
Sure. So we are going to leave you there waiting.
Oh, even better.
For a bit.
I know where I'm going. Up in the ceiling. I'm climbing up into the ceiling. And I'll wait there.
Yeah, like to this like logs, yeah. Supporting the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I see it.
So yeah, I think we see you up there, and we hear like steps of someone up, walking down the corridor, um, and we don't see who he is yet. We just see the long shadow stretching with the light of um, the last rays of sun as they disappear. And then we are going to leave you there and come back because I want you to go with Alastor, because Alastor, I imagine you were like standing there and Dagny disappear, but you were not alone for much long, for too long, because you hear someone like who approaches you, and you hear this guy say, "Hey, I've been looking for you." And I don't even know if you know. Well, you've known this guy. He's Richmond. This is the guy you saved in that alley.
With the other
With the-
vampire,
Yeah.
Jessica. And I feel guilty for having, honestly, but I like the idea of sticking onto the character. Okay, so Richmond approaches. I recognize him. I don't even need to look at him. I know it's him.
Mm-hmm.
And I am curious. I am curious to see what he wants.
Yeah.
So
He says, man, like I've been having these weird dreams about you this whole time. Like I think I remember you from that night. Did I imagine all of that? Because I thought I could not. I could not remember anything until recently. But I think I saw you.
I don't know. I don't know what you say.
Look, man, whatever you did, you saved me that night. Like, I really thought I was going to die for a moment there, and then like I don't know, you were there suddenly.
Okay. I smile and I happily turn around. Can I leave?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Would it be a runaway roll, technically?
Fuck.
I mean, if he determines to talk to him?
I mean, yeah, maybe a little. Like, I don't think he will let it go that easily. Yes, but yeah, you can leave this guy. But he's trying to like get answers because.
Okay, so I will not leave. I am happy, and I just turn around. I don't leave. So if
But
you
you
want,
turn towards him or like again? Away from him.
let's say, okay, I am Alastor now, and let's say until now he was looking. Okay, this is his ear, so this is his nose. It was like that. So now I turn. I show him my bag.
Okay.
He's like, look, man, I don't want to cause you trouble. Whatever you did there, I know there's some weird shit going around in this place. So I don't want you. I'm not going to tell anyone. I just wanted to thank you for what you did. And look, if you ever like need help or anything, I don't know.
Okay. I laugh a bit, like, and I say, Naomi, and I want to go to her room.
Like you said that as you say that, or you just stand up and you want to go?
I say to him, Naomi, and I walk.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
And
Okay.
he does this thing like he looks around like, what? And then, okay, and he follows you like he assumes that what you want him to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you are going to both to go kind of together to Naomi's room. Okay. In the meantime, Dagny, we did the whole shadow bullshit. And but the person who walks to you is not the Rev. Yeah, he's not taking risks with you anymore. He is Bob.
Well, of course, I don't know who he is. I didn't see him get resurrected.
Not at all.
Some guy.
Like you may have seen him around a couple of
Right.
times.
Okay, that's fine. I'm
but that's
watching.
about it. He walks here, and he has. I don't know if you even noticed it, but he has changed a bit since like the last time you maybe saw him. Like before, he was this kind of guy who didn't have things together, who was always kind of late to class, wasn't doing that well. He kind of always looked like half like he dressed while running, that kind of stuff. But now he looks like really put together, like very much in control. He's wearing like black trousers and a white shirt. He's like, hey there. Are you waiting for someone there?
I'll say, I'm just keeping an eye on things. There's a lot of dangers around this school.
It seems so.
And I just think people need someone to watch out for them. Never mind me. If you need any help, I'll be here.
I mean,
did you come here to see the Rev?
Yeah.
Is he a friend of yours?
I will not say he's my friend.
That's good.
Is he a friend? Is he a friend of yours?
She laughs and says, "Oh no, don't worry about him though. It'll be a lot safer around here soon." Maybe you should stay away from here.
Do you see? The thing is, I happen to have a thing for danger.
Something's
Maybe
weird about this guy.
said the one who is like in the ceiling of a church, but sure.
Yeah.
And
You know,
uh,
I'll hop down. I'll just jump right in front of him and land like an animal and stand up and say, "You're starting to bother me. And I'm telling you, this is my church now. It's not the Revs. And it's a safe space." I'll throw out my hands and say, "Safe space church in here."
he laughs a little bit. And he says, "You know, I've been observing you for a while. You seem to know how to have fun."
Ooh. What kind of fun were you thinking of?
Well, you know, I used to be worried about so many things. Whereas, but now I think I don't care about those things anymore. I think I want to live my life. You know,
The first thing to do is to make this place more fun.
and
And she looks all around the church and says, "It's boring in here. It is old. It's the Revs." She says, "You want to have some fun with me? Let's make this place a little more of a party."
he's like, "What do you have in mind?"
Renovation, redecoration.
Let's do it.
All right. So we and I don't know how long we're going to have before we get interrupted, but I think we'll start with we might have to go shopping and get the right proper supplies. And basically I will go so far as to paint the inside of the church hot pink. And I think it needs to have streamers, and it needs to have a disco ball. And I think it needs to I think it's time to get this
Renovate
place.
this place. Yeah.
We're gonna renovate this place in a big way. And it may not have been as sinister or as horrific or as grotesque as whatever this weirdo had in mind, but right now we're talking about thrills, and I'm having thrills.
So basically, if I'm getting this right, you're going to throw a party in the church the day one student disappeared.
Well, yes. Right now I don't know if it's anybody's going to come, but there's going to be a keg, which is very, 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 very illegal.
I mean,
A keg?
yeah.
No, that takes trouble. You have to like get a keg and pay a deposit for a keg. It'll be a lot easier if we just steal a whole bunch of bad vodka, Jack Daniels, cheap beer.
Nice. I mean, so yeah, he's going to go along with it.
Excellent.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave you there doing the preparations for this party. Because the ref is not going to show up.
Oh, good. Well, that's not good, actually. He could be doing anything out there.
Yeah, actually, he is good.
Yeah. So we see what happens when the teachers find out, if they find out.
They're busy.
That's true. In the meantime, Peter.
Oh, what's this weirdo's name?
Bob.
It is Bob. I thought I
Yeah.
just made that up.
maybe, and I just believed you. Like
Okay.
you said Bob, and I said sure.
Okay. All right. Good enough. Well, Bob
He's
and
now
I,
Bob.
right. Bob and I are going to have a grand old time. He may think it's a little strange, but that's okay. He seems a little weird, but
Yeah.
until he objects, and if he objects, I'll just bury him somewhere because
Nice.
something's off about him. I don't think he needs protecting. I think he's a problem. Part of this is just to keep him busy.
Yeah. But in the meantime, he's clearly enabling you in whatever you are doing, which is anyway. Peter.
Mhm.
I mean, I think when you like wake up or come out of like this state you were in, at first you feel completely numb, like it's just like your body is floating in water and you don't feel anything on or anything like that, and then like feeling starts to get back to your body, and it's mostly pain.
Yeah, it's slowly like and I'm like very weak. So like my strength will come in like it comes pretty quickly, but it's not like immediate, you know. So like I'm like a little bit sick, and then
Yeah. And once you kind of start to be aware of where you are and all that, you see that Shiva is I think he has struck you. Well, I don't think he will have moved you because that could be dangerous. See, he has taken out the glass, and he has in his hand, and he's bleeding a little bit because the by taking it out, he has cut himself with it, and he's like, oh shit, uh, how how the fuck are you alive? I have to call a doctor. We have to call an ambulance. And he's like pressing like a towel on the wound on your chest.
like and like now when I bleed it out, I'm like though I I feed it on Naomi, but I have like this massive loss of blood and I'm weak, so the senses are coming back, like like this urge and thirst. So
great.
I will be doing
and
and I'm like now I'm weak. Feel that it's coming, but now I'm still weak enough to not to react, but I'm saying just you need to leave.
Okay. I'm not leaving you here.
Just go take the doctor, or I don't know. Just leave. As you need to leave right now.
Look, whatever you have done or you think you have done, you don't deserve this.
And
okay?
I force my eye, I open wide my eyes, and I grab him, and I look him in the eyes, and I say, "Just run from here." And I try to hypnotize him.
Sure.
So read fall. Yeah, it's a lot. 9, 11. Yeah, on 10 up, they do exactly what you wish and have no idea that anything is wrong.
Saved his life.
Yeah. So he's like, all right, wait here. I'm going to go search for a doctor. And he like stands up and gets out of here.
Mm-hmm.
He runs out of here.
Yeah, that's good. So
And like
yeah,
the whole place is soaked in your blood, or your Naomi's, like a lot of blood.
Mhm.
And you are feeling really weak, and like you start to feel this like this dryness in your throat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this blood that is around me, it's not it has effects on me, but not as strong as fresh blood would have.
Yeah, it's like
His cut would give me more like urge than like this dried blood. But it smells like leftovers in a fridge, you know.
Yeah.
And and I'm trying to pick myself up and just go out of here, run away from this room, yeah.
I see what you did there. So do that. Yeah, run away.
Yeah. Run away.
And the thing is, the problem here is that you are soaking blood.
Oh, it's volatile.
Yeah, you are in the middle of like students, like living
dormitory, yeah.
Yeah, like a dormitory. It's going to be tricky to get out of here without being noticed. That's why.
Yeah, that's why I'm running.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just I try to like maybe cover myself with something so the wound is not like openly like but and I will like try to from cover to cover, like walk, maybe stand for a moment, and like we'll see how this goes. So I have -1, 7.
Okay. So you have to choose one. You run into something worse.
Yeah. You see, you did this before. This is how you met Jessica.
Yeah.
Don't do that again.
No. This is how he met the cool, creepy.
The cultist in the woods.
The cultist.
Okay. I choose one. I think in this whole mess and my head is not clear, I left something behind.
I think it's going to be something personal, like a family.
How about that ring of his?
Yeah.
Maybe the ring.
Like with all the blood in your hand, the ring comes off. Yeah,
but I still didn't notice it.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's already dark. Yeah.
Yes.
It's also the sun already set. I feel like I need to go somewhere, like maybe there is like an old attic or like old building that is empty, or the room that maybe it might be either in a school area or in a like city close by.
Sure. I mean, this is a pretty nice place. So I think instead of being like an abandoned building, they have one that they are like building up now. Like there is not
maybe
yet. So it's kind of closed down.
Like a building site, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you stumble towards there. We'll see what happens there. But in the meantime, Alastor. I mean, in this case, you tell me. Like, I don't know what do you intend to do in Naomi's room, but so yeah, take it from here. This guy Richmond is following you.
First, I would like to clarify that even though we all know that Naomi is dead,
yeah,
to Alastor's understanding, she never died.
I mean, yeah, death is a kind of funny thing when you're a ghost. It's probably not.
Not because of that, because when the priest was, let's say, feasting on her, the corpse is nothing to focus on because there is nothing to notice.
Right.
I
you
mean, I
mentioned
couldn't
that, yeah.
read anything.
Yeah.
So I
So-
ignored that part, that there was a corpse and this might have been Naomi.
Okay.
So she's really missing.
Okay,
Right.
For
okay.
you.
Yeah.
Sure,
So I go to Naomi's room,
sure.
and I go. Okay.
Probably like the dormitory. This is like the female dormitory.
Mhm.
There's some people going around there, but
Mhm.
it's for you. It's not too hard to sneak in with
Mhm.
all the chaos that is going on.
Yes.
And Naomi's room is probably open because probably someone who just was here looking for some clue
Mhm.
or something, and they didn't even bother to close the door.
That's great because I wouldn't think about not showing my, let's say, eerie self that I can go through walls.
Yeah,
And it's nice that I don't need to do it in front of the other guy.
sure.
So yes, I go to her room, maybe faster than the other guy, and I am looking around for anything that might like give me an impression of what had happened before she
Sure.
left the room.
So, as I said, the door is kind of half open. There's no latch inside, so you open the door, and the latch from the corridor illuminates part of the room that is clothed in darkness, and you can see that in the bed there's someone sitting there,
Ah.
just in the middle of all this darkness. There's someone sitting there.
There was
Okay.
two places. One was the chapel, and one was her room. So
Um,
And he says, "I've seen you before." Well,
he or she says.
He
He says.
is the rev. Like,
Oh.
I recognize that voice.
Yeah.
I've seen you before. You were with Dagny, weren't you?
Okay.
He stands up.
Mhm.
You can only see his eyes.
Okay.
Uh,
That's enough for me. I mean, this is what I want to see actually. Okay. I recognize him.
Yes.
And I am okay. So actually, his presence stops me from looking for any clues, right? Okay, fine. I look into his eyes, trying to find clues there. Probably there are no clues, but I don't know that. So I try to find clues in him. Like,
Mhm. Did you by any chance? I think you had some kind of. Did you have any move related to this? Can't remember.
you know, I was wondering. I don't remember, to be honest, but because I saved him in a way. I mean, I don't know if he had time to feel grateful or something about it. I don't know if I have any streaks on
I mean,
him.
He doesn't
He does-
strike
you
me
know-
as a very grateful kind of guy.
yeah, he
Yeah.
does. He probably that's the reason he remembers you at all.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway, it's
Really?
not that big of a deal. Yeah. So, but
I
you
mean-
asked because
if you want to gaze into the abyss of his eyes, feel free to do so.
yeah, I
No.
definitely want to. I mean, it's part of my character. Yes, Ron.
I'm not objecting. I'm just horrified.
So yeah, I think
I don't want Dagny to give up on Alistor, but if you're going to go and voluntarily look into this guy's eyes, I don't know what I can do.
So yeah, we see you like looking into his eyes, and then it's like we fall into them, like we are withdrawn in there, and he has his eyes, by the way, are, I think they're like a blue, like a pallid, almost metallic blue, and we disappear into them. And make your roll. See what happens.
You will roll 2 dice and add dark.
Yep.
Okay. 2 and 4. 2 and 4 plus 2, right?
Right.
So 8.
Could
Nice.
be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. I think this is not a normal. I'm just looking from the outside. This is you. You were trying to kind of touch the surface of the lake, and someone like a hand appear and drag you down. And you submerge into this sea. Can you silence yourself? I'm hearing like double again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. You see this sea of darkness around you, everywhere, but there's lights, like a small dots of lights everywhere around you, like floating around, and the ones that are close to you, like one of them kind of floats near you, and you can see that it's this kind of luminous is a sphere, kind of not completely material, and inside the sphere for a second there's this kind of smoky substance that for a second coagulates into a face, and you see the face of Naomi screaming. But she's like, you see her face screaming in absolute terror, but you cannot hear her. Like there's no sound coming out of her mouth, and then like the light flows off into the darkness and kind of loses itself. And then like you look around again, and now like you contemplate all these lights, this incredible amount of lights, and you realize that, well, I think it's not hard to figure out what they all are.
Hold on just a moment while I go and put my kids to bed. You guys keep playing.
Sure.
I'm just going to mute everything and I'll be right back. Keep going. I'll be right back.
Sure. Yeah, there's all these lights floating around you, and then you feel kind of, until now, everything, like the water was still, like you didn't feel any movement, but then you feel this kind of undulation in the water. Like, have you ever felt like a fish or something like that passing through your legs in the ocean? It's something like that. But you don't see anything yet. And then you hear his voice. And he says, I know I know Dagny is close to you.
Just to be sure, all this happens while I see through his eyes.
Yes, this is
So
kind of this is it, you don't really know, but this is the interior of his mind or some kind of alternative dimension or astral plane or some shit like that.
So it's not him playing with me. It's me seeing strange things in him.
Yes, I mean he the thing you are looking into the abyss, but the abyss is staring staring back at you at the same time. So you are kind of inspecting each other. Uh, um, so as he's talking, you notice this presence going around you, and it's always kind of at the corner of your eye. Like you can never focus on it. But one thing that you do notice is that there's blood, a trail of blood, kind of floating in the water. He seems to be hurt, and he says, "You are keeping Dagny from reaching her true potential. Have you no love for her?"
And these are very abstract terms for an autistic child, like true potential and love. They don't exist. Um, okay. My what you expect now is reactions always through having a vision inside him, or I get out of this.
For now, you are trapped in here, but also
Okay.
I'm not going to. I can tell you that he's not able to hurt you here either. Not yet.
Okay.
Yes. If you keep getting in the way,
Okay. This is hard. I don't know how to perform myself inside somebody else's mind, but okay, I continue looking inside to his eyes outside of this vision because I want to see more. Yeah. And I am mostly curious about the dark things, the parts that they're not illuminated.
so you try to kind of ignore him.
I definitely ignore his voice, yes. I don't ignore the luminous parts,
Sure.
but I ignore his voice.
Yeah. He's obviously trying to hide something from you. Like this is just like a show he's trying to put, so you don't see something, but you look between the darkness among the stars. And what you see is that he is weak. Like right now, he's vulnerable. You see this, you perceive, you feel this animal fear and his desperation. He's a wounded animal now, and he's willing to do anything. And I think the last thing you see is one of these spheres, but this one is empty. And you can see that he's waiting to fill it up. That that he needs this in order to survive. Is dying or disappearing. And then he pushes you out. And you are again in the room, like the ground is solid beneath your feet again. And he says, you should not have done that. And he moves towards you. With murderous intent, in case it wasn't clear. Or something like that, yeah.
Okay. I am not startled. I'm not afraid of this murderous intent, and I definitely need to fulfill I don't know, my goals. I mean, I came here to find clues for about Naomi's absence. I didn't find them.
Well,
so, yes.
You kind of found them in his mind. You saw that basically Naomi's soul was trapped there.
Yeah.
So I think by now it's pretty clear who did it. Who did it?
I just don't know how it happened. You know.
Alistair killed the son of a bitch.
Because I don't know how to explain this. If let's say she's dead, I don't really care if she's dead. If she's alive and in danger, I care.
Right.
But if she died, I don't give a shit.
I mean,
I can relate to that
dead.
actually. Dagny gets that.
Yeah, she's dead, but her soul is trapped inside the mind or body or whatever of this guy, and she seems to be suffering.
Okay, so let's say that I didn't find what I was looking for, but I definitely understood that Naomi's soul is trapped. Yeah, so let's focus on this as something material I can grab from. Okay, so he comes to me with a murderous intent.
Or something like that, yeah.
Okay. Okay. If I may ask, does this person, I mean, I am a student, does he have a general picture of me before all these events happening?
He definitely does.
Okay, that's great.
Now.
So I grab him from here. And I not really pull him down, but I make this movement to show that I need something with him. So in a way, I ignore his murderous intent, but not like I don't care what you want to do to me, but I have more important things to do.
That sounds to me like you're...
What?
Sorry?
You're pulling him? Or...
Yes, like forget what you think. Now I have more important things.
I think you're shutting him down. Like, yeah, I don't care you're trying to kill me. I have more important stuff to do, man.
Yeah.
Sure. So roll 2 dice and add whatever you have in called.
Okay. 3, 5, and I don't remember. Do I have 2 or -1? I don't remember.
You need to mark it somehow.
Yeah, I have it. Just give me a second. Cold. Alastor.
I seem to remember you had dark and cold, but
I have 2. I have 2. So 8 and 2, 10.
Nice.
So what happens to him now? Or to us? To this relationship?
I think he comes to you, but he's really weak. Like he's trying to hide it, but he's really weak. Maybe more than he realizes. So you manage to overpower him and kind of reduce him right now. And do you say something to him, or?
I say, fuck. It would be very useful if I could articulate proper sentences now, but
take your time.
I just say, Naomi.
That's probably saying a lot.
he you know, he was all in like in rage and like thrashing around, and he stops and he smiles. I see. So you want her. By the way, since you got a 10, you can choose one from the list. You can gain a string on her, give him a condition, or take +1 forward. In this case, since it seems to me that you want him to do something for you, and I'm thinking that maybe a string will be the most useful thing for you. But
if you take a string on him, you can get him to do something that you want him to
yeah,
do, which in this case is actually could be very significant.
Yeah.
Yeah, string will be.
To be like the first time we can actually make this character do something.
String to reverend.
So yeah, take that string. He says, so you want her back. But of course you can have it. And he opens his mouth, and it's not like
I see it coming too, Oleg.
And it's not like a normal mouth. Like it opens way more than like a snake, and you see like down his throat. These lights.
I know. Angel's good at this shit.
This light appears, and like a beam of light comes out of his mouth and start floating around. And it's kind of this similar to this sphere that you saw in the other plane. And then the sphere like explodes, as if it was made of crystal. Like it explodes, like this light inside it, like this mist like comes out and it starts taking like a shape, like it starts expanding and taking a shape. And it starts to take the shape of Naomi. And he says, would you leave me go now?
So Naomi's there now, right?
Yeah. in a way.
And this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh,
Don't do it.
One question just to visualize it. Naomi is dressed or it's like a naked body?
It's not really much of a body at all. It's more like a spirit, not too
Oh.
different from yourself. Maybe less corporal now. Like she has just materialized, so that she doesn't have much substance like you do.
Okay. Can I take the liberty and create a picture of your room a bit?
Of
I would
He
like
wants to
to
describe the area a little.
sure.
Yes. Okay. I imagine a brown desk that you can like you have not the wardrobes.
Your dressing table or something.
No, it's like a place for a computer.
Yeah, like a desk. Yeah.
Yes, like it has like this empty space where you would put the desktop next to your right feet, and two drawers on the left. Everything is fucked up there, like screen down, some books opened, curtain open, window open, a bed with a brown blanket, which is like, and I fastly take out the blanket. I put the spirit to not sleep but rest, and I cover it with the blanket, and I am okay. I give a kiss here, and I am really surprised.
Sure. In the meantime, like if you let go of the reverend, he like gets out of here.
I don't really care about him now.
Sure. I
Yeah.
just letting you know. That's fine. So yeah, he gets out of here. Yeah, you are like putting this you're covering Naomi's physical form, and she's like sitting in this desk. Right now basically she's the only light in this room. Like she right now she's this kind of bright presence. Her body's emanating light, and she's like trembling, and she kind of focus her eyes on you and says like, why I cannot die? Why would you not let me die? And she starts like tears start coming out of her eyes, and that's when Richmond arrives. Like
I was wondering about poor Richmond.
yeah, it's like
He
he's
is
like
the best part.
I know.
He arrives in the door and he's like, what is going on
I was really
here?
afraid you'd forgotten him.
No, he said he arrived. Alastor said he arrived before he did, so I was taking some liberties there.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was just I'm glad you didn't forget. That's all.
Yeah, he's like looking at both of you. And what the fuck is going on here? Okay, we're going to leave you there for now, and I want to know, how is the party coming, Dagny? How is it coming along?
Well, we've got tequila. We have beer. I don't know if they still make Henry Weinhardt's Private Reserve, but I can assure you it is foul. So lots of that. And my God, I used to love it when I was in high school, and then I had some a little while later, and I was like, "What on earth was I drinking?" And let's see. We have the disco ball. And at the moment, I am dragging all of the big wooden, enormous pews, the long benches. And it's this is actually taking a long time. This is the hard part because we want to get them out of there and then we want to light them on fire.
Sure. I
And-
think when we see you like you are finishing piling them up,
Right.
Bob is like he has been helping you this whole time.
Excellent. Inside is very pink and very fluffy.
Yeah, I imagine this whole place is vandalized now.
Oh yeah. What? Vandalized? No. Improved.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Oh, and it's very bright.
Actualize.
We set up lights in there. It's really bright. Like the windows are glowing like anything from inside.
And I imagine like at this point, like a few, a good number of students were like half a stop and are looking at this whole thing, like, and they're like looking around and waiting to see what happens.
I think so. Yeah, I can't imagine anybody would actually come in and really have a party there.
I mean, not yet.
Right. It's pretty tempting in some ways, but I mean,
yeah.
this is clearly.
Bob is beside you.
I think I'm getting thrills and chaos personally.
Yeah.
Not enough thrills yet, though.
He looks at you and he reaches into his pockets and he takes a lighter, like one of those Zippo lighters.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, why don't you start the party?
Do the honors.
Excellent. So good enough. Let's light the wood and probably get a whole bunch of branches and stuff from the nearby trees that have fallen and stuff them underneath so that the whole thing will light. And whatever else. I mean, there's plenty of material in the church that'll burn, in the chapel that'll burn. We can get some of that.
Sure.
And so
is this outside?
Yes, the fire is going to be outside.
Sure. Cool. So yeah, do you have everything ready? And so do you light it up?
Sure. I'm hoping for about 3 meters worth of high of flame. I mean, I'm hoping for quite a party. So
like just
and music. Whatever it is high school students listen to this year of 2018, I am sure, speaking from my age, that it is terrible. And a whole lot of it is playing really loud.
Sure. So yeah, I think this is kind of cinematic. So you start the fire and it quickly spreads into this whole thing. Probably you put some gasoline over it, and like the whole thing starts burning really high, really quick, and that's when the music starts. Like it's perfectly synchronized. Bob was waiting just for the right moment, and people are like, look at you, and they're like clapping and screaming, and I think they're waiting, like they're looking all at you, like, what do we do now? Like they're with expectating eyes.
Alcohol will solve that problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, yeah, the moment they hear like the alcohol or that you show them to them, they understand. Like, yeah, there's no more explanation.
That's right. Oh yeah, beers everywhere.
You know, there's music, there's a big fire, there's a trash church, and there's beer. They get the idea. So yeah, they all start drinking and dancing and they start trashing the place even more, and they are like screams of "We are
right.
never going to die."
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to, never going to die. And at that point, I'll say, join the club, and then I will start shouting out, you know, all right, Rev, come on, Rev, the party's here.
Shit.
Yeah. No.
Ah,
Although, no. Actually, yes.
see?
Actually, yes. A bunch of people, in fact, come. You see the Rev, who appears to be like much more thin and weak than the last time you saw him.
Good.
But the wound, like you strike him in the head, and he bled a lot. Yeah, but the wound is gone.
Hmm.
But he doesn't look particularly good. And besides him, is the headmaster, who looks like who looks basically like at this point all her authority seems to be gone, and she's just like very clearly letting the Rev call the shots, and a bunch of other teachers and people from the school, and a few security guards from the school.
Ah,
And the headmaster steps forward and says, "What is going on here? Who's responsible for this?"
I'll ask her if that's a trick question.
And Bob, who is still by you, says, "You know, do you know what would be fun? I think we should teach her a lesson."
I'll tell him she's all yours, because I'm getting the idea that they've been like covering for the Rev or involved with him all this time. Because I'm getting that, finally figuring that out, and I'll say she's all yours. And she says, uh, I think it's time for the Rev to say hello to God. So
So what are you going to do?
lash out physically. And I wish I had some strings on him, like 5 or something like that, but I don't.
Yeah,
So
I'm
gonna put him in. I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna stuff him in the fire.
yeah.
I mean, the fire is for him, and I'm gonna.
There's
put him
just
in.
one problem. Bob says, "Well, this, for what it's worth, this was fun." And then he launches to you, like he runs to you, and he tries to throw you into the fire.
All right.
Bob. Fucking Bob.
I know. He's the one who saved the Rev too. We didn't know that, but that's fine. All right, come on, Bob. +2 volatile.
Oh shit!
Nah, it's only +2. I want 3 or 4 strings to knock down his roll by 3 or whatever, to beef me up by some ridiculous amount. I don't know how you do that, but however that works. Okay. I only get a 9.
Okay, so it's not terrible.
No, I missed it by 1.
He doesn't have any strings or
You can choose one.
Yeah. Okay, so So tell me, how are you going to hurt him or stop him? Or
I'm going to he's bigger than me and probably looks stronger. Well, I don't know how much stronger, but he's bigger than me, looks stronger than me. I'm only like a 16-year-old girl, and he probably he's gonna. You said he's gonna try and throw me in the fire, right?
yeah, pretty
So
much.
that means he's certainly going to be grabbing me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I will probably do something really strange and let him grab me.
Hmm.
And then I'm going to try and just grab his head and turn it all the way around.
Shit. Um. Okay, so yes, but you have to choose one. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. Which,
What?
yeah, it's not too. It's not going to make much sense. It's not going to be very useful. The MC decides how bad the harm turns out to be, or you become your darkest self.
That would be kind of fun, actually, about right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If I become my darkest self,
Mhm.
no, I don't like that because that's the Rev wants. He tried to get me to be my darkest self. No, you tell me how badly I hurt him. I can tell you, I'm going to keep turning the head until it stops.
Oh yeah.
You can do that. Uh,
Um.
Or until it becomes really, 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 really easy, whatever comes first.
Yeah. Hmm. I think. Yeah. You twist his neck. Like all the way. All the way. Like 180 degrees. You hear the noise of his like his throat, his I don't even remember how this is
Spine.
called.
Yeah.
His spine like cracking and breaking in a quick move. And he falls to the ground.
Oh, good. I was really afraid that he wouldn't fall to the ground after I did that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think yeah, he's dead. He's dead. And that's what when the guards grab you because you
Mhm.
just killed a student in front of the whole like school like body, like the whole uh, so they are going to grab you
Mhm.
and they're going to try to reduce you.
Run away, lash out physically. Run away, lash out physically.
And I can tell you that as this is happening, you can see that the ref is looking at this with uh, satisfied expression and a smile in his lips. And even if he's a little bit far away, you can see him muttering. You cannot really hear him, but you understand his lips, and he says, "You are mine now."
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
So what are you doing? Like, tell me in the fiction what are you doing first, and
Throwing guards at him. They have conveniently placed themselves in that position.
Sure.
So I'm going to do it again. 13.
Nice. uh, so yeah, tell me what happens.
Tell me what the rules say.
You deal them harm, and they cannot even react. They choke momentarily. They cannot even react. So yeah, I think this wasn't really about the guards. It was
No,
always
it
about
wasn't.
Rev.
He is the target.
Yeah. So yeah, you surprise him. Like, what is exactly what you do?
I throw the guards at him, so it'll distract him, and it depends on how much more action that. I doubt that's going to do him any harm to speak of, so I still get to do him some harm, right?
Yeah.
Good. I said I was going to put him in the fire, and I will put him in the fire, and I will use one end of those burning logs to keep him in the fire. And I think the mayhem of the thrown guards and everything will give me enough time to, with everybody running around screaming now and the students all milling around trying to make sure they're not spotted and all the rest of it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you do that indeed. You throw him into the fire, and he starts screaming as his body starts burning.
Like I said, I'm pinning him there with a end of a church seat.
And this like shrieking sounds come out of his throat, and he screams and thrashes around and tries to get out. But I think when his head finally catch fire, you can the last thing before it disappears, you can see his eyes looking at you like with absolute hate, at first, and then fear, and then nothing. They go.
Dagny feels pure happiness for the second time in one day. And I hope it lasts longer than the first one.
And that's when the guards tackled you down.
Good enough.
Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good enough.
But at this point, there's like 4 of them.
That's fine.
Okay. So that happened. He's dead. It's time for real.
Some teenagers just,
we needed chaos or we needed thrills.
You should just stall a beer or something.
Yeah,
I know.
Before we leave you, like we see, like 3 or 4 guards are reducing you down, but the party below behind you is still going.
Oh
like
my
it's
goodness.
going crazy.
All right. Well.
So yeah.
The 80s will never die.
I'm really curious to see what is happening with Piotr, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I was thinking that.
Sure.
Yeah. I think that will be the last scene for today.
Mm-hmm.
So you like stumble and kind of run away into this place. This is like a new. It's one of those indoor. It's going to be like a indoor like pool, like a swimming pool that they're building for the kids to use. But it's still like very bare bones. So there's only like the foundations and the walls and little more.
It's just concrete here.
Yeah.
Very concrete. Yeah. Yeah, and like I'm going maybe when the crowd can watch the competition. Like there's obviously no benches there, but maybe there's like a concrete, foundation, and I just like sit and try to collect myself. Like these thoughts of killing myself are like not so strong. Like I react like it was an impulse, but now I'm calming and processing what happened, what I did, and that I think I need to. I remember that I some connections with Headman,
Yeah.
and I think, but it's night, and I'm thinking that I need to wait until the morning to just do something with her.
You hear,
Yeah, so I'm planning basically, yeah.
yeah, and like while you're planning, you here alone in the dark, you hear steps approaching you.
Mm-hmm. Who is this?
And someone like you hear someone kind of coming down the hill, like and stepping into the building, and you see and for a moment sees like cloaking shadows, and then she steps into the one of the rays of light from the moon,
Mm-hmm.
and you see Sarah. She's like,
It's just you.
I saw you running. You seem, I don't know. Are you okay? And she
I don't
steps,
think so.
she walks closer to you. She's like,
I felt like I couldn't live with myself, but now it's gone. Now it's all the same as it was.
she by now she's close to you, and she's down by your side, and
Yeah,
and she says, "Let me see." And she's referring to the wound.
and I was sitting like also like not watching her, but as she comes in the light, in the moonlight, and I don't know if she approaches me, maybe touches my shoulder or something.
Mm-hmm.
Then I like turn and I have like tears in my eyes, not like running down my cheeks, but like I feel like
You have tears of blood.
not necessarily. Yeah, that would be overkill, I think. No, like it's
Yeah.
my eyes just glitter like in the moonlight.
She says, "Let me see." And she's like, she wants you to let her see the wound. See,
I think I'm back to myself. So she is. I always thought that I will not be like she will not trigger my urge to my thirst. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So I'm more confident. So I like turn my body towards her slightly, and like still just looking away from her, but allowing to touch my chest.
Yeah. She takes out, imagine like your clothes,
Mm-hmm.
and she examines the wound, and she kind of touches it with her fingers.
I
And
grab
she,
her.
mhm,
I grab her hand and what are you doing?
yes, it'll be fine. Just don't worry. Trust me.
Okay, I release her hand. Like,
And she feels for the wound, and your wound, it has stopped bleeding.
mhm,
It's possibly still open. It's still
mhm.
open. So uh, she introduces her fingers inside the wound and literally touches your heart. And then there's this like green glow that comes from her hands and from your chest, and you feel this warmth.
Yeah, my eyes get wider and like I'm like inhaling, like you know, like something really refreshing inside me,
And like this warmth that is at the same time kind of cool, like a day in the sun in the middle of spring in a forest, spreads through your body, concentrating in your heart, and it only lasts a few seconds. But when she takes takes her hand out, you can see that the wound is gone, is completely healed.
Yeah, I touch my chest, and you shouldn't be helping me. I'm not worth helping.
I think I'm old enough to help whoever I want.
If you knew what I am, you wouldn't help me.
Then tell me.
Hmm. I am just you know just monster animal. I shouldn't be alive. I and you shouldn't be helping me. You should be doing good things, not saving someone like me. It's not gonna bring anything good. Sooner or later.
Saving whoever deserves the least is the best thing I could do. So
Sooner or later,
whatever you have done,
it
you
will
can only
happen again.
atone for it if you live.
Okay. She actually, speak through my thoughts. So she spoke through my thoughts. So I'm you might be
Dagny's not
right.
there, but she disagrees.
Yeah. Strongly. Yeah. You may be right, but there are powers that are stronger than me. The powers inside me are the things inside me are uncontrollable. I may hurt you. I may hurt other people. I hurt other people.
Well, that's that's why I'm here now. You're not alone anymore. You don't have to fight it alone anymore. And she puts a hand on your cheek.
Yeah, yeah. turn my head to her, towards her. I probably like grab her hand on my cheek. And I think I just embrace her, like, you know, when she's standing, and I'm like, and I just like in unconsciously almost embrace her, like hugging her like knees or like, you know, legs or whatever. Yeah, and just I cannot say anything. Like,
Yeah, she just leaves you like rest there for a while, and
okay.
I think that's a good place to finish for today.
Mhm.
Look, we got a happy ending for once, kind of.
I had a
Yeah,
happy ending.
actually, yeah, two happy endings.
Yeah, yeah.